think we're good. I'm looking at your notes.
No! You can't even read these.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Nick.
And I'm Joe.
And we're
Nick and Joe. That was clean.
That was so clean. Today's an exciting day because we're going to be reviewing the album.
The album.
Real title, Lovesick Girls.
The album.
I think it's really called The Lovesick Girls. But anyway, not only are we going to be reviewing the album, we've of course listened to it a bunch of times individually, but we haven't really shared any deep thoughts about it. We've made independent ranked lists. I have my top 1 through 8, and you have your 1 through 8.
Yes, I do.
I can barely read your handwriting, so I'm not even glancing at it. And I figure while we do that, we can unbox the Target exclusive BLACKPINK, the album.
Yeah, but which version is
box
it?
set. I have no idea what version it is. Hopefully people in the comments can tell us as we open it and see what's inside.
Yeah.
The way we're going to do this is we're going to go through each of our lists starting at number 8. So the song we like the least, and then move up to the song we like the most and number 1. And as the songs come up, we will just get into talking about, why we like them, why we rank them, where we rank them. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're posting lots of BLACKPINK content and plans to post things other than just BLACKPINK content. But if you're enjoying it, like the video, give the channel a subscribe.
A lot of BLACKPINK stuff going on right now. So.
A lot of stuff going on. We're excited for the documentary that's coming up, all that. But let me load up my list here. And let's get into it.
I'm going to cheat off your paper.
Don't you dare. We're starting with our number 8, right?
Yes.
Want to say it on 3?
Well, let's do it.
What if we have the same one?
That would be amazing.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Pretty
Crazy
Savage. Oh, no. Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I'll say my number 8 is Pretty Savage. Mm-hmm. It's the weakest song on the album for me. It wants to be How You Like That, but it's not quite hitting as hard.
Yeah.
I think it wants to be that hard-hitting, badass kind of song, but it's really not. It has one of those choruses that we've talked about with the other songs where it's like an EDM chorus or it's just like a instrumental. It's not really words in it. And that works when the instrumental is really dope.
But
I don't think the instrumental
is sparse.
It's very sparse. Yeah. And the lyrics are just run, run, run during that part. It's not very catchy at all. The end of the song is a vibe. Yeah. And if the rest of Pretty Savage was the end of Pretty Savage, it'd be fire. It'd be way better. What was your number 8 again?
Mine was Crazy Over You.
Yeah, you're insane. You don't like it?
I don't like it. Not that I don't like it. This song and my number 7 song just specifically remind me of songs that I've heard before. I feel like I've heard parts of this song, Crazy Over You, before. And it sounds like almost inspired by specific artists.
Can you think of anything specific?
There's a part in the song that literally just sounds like an Ariana Grande song to me.
Yeah, for sure.
It sounds like the chorus of Seven Rings, or the pre-chorus of Seven Rings or whatever, where it's like, I want it, I got it.
Yep.
And it's like that whispering part, it's like a pre-chorus. And there's this sound in it too that sounds like you're washing a window.
Yes, like a squeaky kind of sound.
Yeah, I find that very off-putting for some reason.
I like that stuff. I think that stuff is cool. Yeah. But one of the producers has production credits on a lot of the tracks is Tommy Brown, who has a lot of Ariana Grande credits. I don't know if he's on this specific song, but definitely on one of the other ones, and I think on a few of them he's got credits. So that makes sense. Yeah. Interesting. Our lists are going to be different.
They're going to be very different.
Oh boy. All right. Do you want to say our number 7?
All right, let's do it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Love to Hate Me.
Oh, there we go.
Very cool.
There we go.
I'll say about Love to Hate Me. This is the one I have the least amount of notes on, but what you were saying about it reminding you of something, it reminds me of Destiny's Child.
Yeah. It sounds super late 90s, early 2000s kind of thing going on.
I can't get this open. I got the plastic off.
All right, it's childproof.
Oh! I thought it slid out.
Only 2% of people can open the box.
It's true. The other thing I would say is the energy of Crazy Over You is kind of flat the whole time. I mean, Love to Hate Me.
Yeah.
Is this going to show up on camera? Very cool.
So the CD is not in there, right? It's just a book?
Don't say just a book. Just a book? I opened to this page and it's Rosé in all her glory.
But that part in the beginning of Love to Hate Me where it's like, love, love, love.
That's boy bandish or
I feel like I have heard that before. Yeah. I feel like with the same exact words and the same, almost the same melody. I feel like I've heard it somewhere and it's burned into my brain. And every time I listen to it, I'm like, where have I heard this? And I just can't put my finger on it, but it sounds so familiar.
I'm saying that we have to do a separate video where we figure out what all those songs that it reminds us of is, and just
because I have a couple that very specifically remind me of very specific things. Yeah. I know exactly what song comes to mind when I listen to it. I want to look through this book.
We've realigned on number 7. Should we go to number 6?
Go to number 6.
Let's say it on 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Crazy
Ice
Over
Cream.
You. Crazy Over You is a better version of Pretty Savage. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
It does the like harder hitting, kind of How You Like That almost kind of vibes better than Pretty Savage does.
The one thing I will say actually about Crazy Over You is that super slow chorus. I actually like that chorus, like where it's kind of like slows down. And it's just kind of like, and it is very sparse still.
Because at the end of Pretty Savage, that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
Am I reading this right?
I think a lot of times when I'm listening to Blackpink songs, like the ones that are like slower and like I usually don't like them as much.
Yeah.
But that part of that song I actually do like.
It's the instrumental chorus again with just that one phrase, like Crazy Over You, and that's catchy.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Run 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 from Pretty Savage.
My number 6 was Ice Cream.
Interesting. That's a low ranking for Ice Cream.
Yeah, so I told you earlier, my list is kind of in sets of 2. It was hard for me to put them in exact order. I don't think I've listened to it like quite enough.
Right.
But they're kind of like sets of 2. So like Love to Hate Me and Crazy Over You are like my 2 least favorite. And then the next 2 are Ice Cream and then the next one. And I think these 2 are like the ones that I would look at and say, oh, these are good pop songs. Good pop songs.
Like
so
a B plus.
Like these are songs that I know will do well on the radio in the US.
Yeah.
So like Ice Cream, I think is not as good as my next one as for how it would do on the radio in the US.
We're on 5?
We're on 5.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
Bet You
Lovesick
Wanna.
Girls. I think Bet You Wanna is like, I don't know. I think it's great. But you have it at number 5.
Yeah.
I have Lovesick Girls. I think Lovesick Girls is a great single.
Yeah, it is a
great
single.
first single.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot dancier than I expected it to
Yeah.
be. And I think it'll do great like on the radio and stuff. I don't know.
That's how I feel about it too. Is like this song and Ice Cream, I feel like are the 2 that like strike me as like radio singles.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Bet You Wanna is a better single than Ice Cream is. Bet You Wanna is like the kind of song that you would just hear on the radio.
Yeah.
As it is. It's all in English. I'm pretty sure, like entirely. I'm pretty sure there's no Korean at all in Bet You Wanna. I might be wrong there,
right.
but I'm
Unless
pretty
it's like thrown in there like
yeah.
it is an ice cream, like a little
like a little tiny bit. But I like Bet You Wanna a lot. It's probably the one that I think is the catchiest.
That opening with Rose.
Yeah. But this is like not the kind of pop music that I usually like.
Is this the best picture known to man?
That is actually really good.
Rank
It
photos.
looks like a painting.
Rank
Like,
all photos
this is
that ever
art.
existed.
Yeah.
Whoa,
the
don't let it
light.
glare like
Oh,
that.
yeah, I know.
Hey, you
It's
can't put
not-
it too close or she'll be out of focus. Nice little Polaroids of them.
Mhm.
Not really Polaroids, but
Yeah, but they're like
they're like business cards, basically.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Bet
We
You
are
Wanna.
going to number 4.
Number 4.
Bro, I've been messing up my list, bro.
We're all messed up. All right.
My number 5 was actually Ice Cream. We're on number 4?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Crazy
Crazy
Savage.
Over You.
So we had those exactly reversed.
Yes. You really like Pretty Savage more than Crazy Over You?
I think Pretty Savage is more like a Blackpink song than Crazy Over You is like a Blackpink song.
I don't know about that. I
And,
disagree.
like-
The whistle. Crazy Over You has the whistle in it.
Yeah. But I just like, I think the fact that
Non-Western scale.
I just feel like the fact that that part just sounds like Ariana Grande to me, like makes it just seem like I feel like Pretty Savage doesn't have a part like that where I'm like, oh, this is like exactly like this other song. And I think the rap parts in Crazy Over You are a little bit weird. Like,
Yes, but that makes them cool.
there's some parts where I'm just kind of like, you know, not that I don't like it, just not one of my favorite Blackpink songs.
You have Pretty Savage listed way too high on your list. And that's that. All right. We'll go to number 3.
Number 3.
3, 2, 1.
How you like that?
Lovesick Girls. So I know I said that before, but I flipped my Ice Cream and Lovesick Girls.
Yeah.
You have How You Like That.
How
at
you
number
like that
3.
at number 3? Yes.
Well, spoiler, it's my How You Like That is at number 2. I think if How You Like That was a new song on this album, we'd be ranking it higher.
Higher.
It might even be like number 1 if it hadn't already come out
Yeah,
for me.
if we hadn't already known like the whole song and had
Yeah.
listened to it a million times already.
It has a disadvantage.
How You Like That is the most Blackpink song in the album. It's like the song that's like most typically like their style and like what I like love about what I like,
Right.
what made me like them. I think is just that kind of song. But I feel like we've talked about How You Like That a lot.
And Crazy Over You gets closest to that energy in terms of new songs. So how could you rank it so low?
Yeah, we'll see.
We're at number 2.
Number 2.
I already said mine's How You Like That.
Yeah,
And
mine's Lovesick Girls.
You really like Lovesick Girls.
I like Lovesick Girls. Lovesick Girls is the kind of pop music that I like. I really like Lorde, and I really like
a mellow pop
yeah,
artist.
like a mellow like Billie Eilish. Like,
yeah.
melodramatic kind of like pop vibe.
Yeah.
And Lovesick Girls is very much that.
The other thing that Lipstick Girls does really well is it splits the parts really well. Everybody has their time to shine. Like, it's not like, Ice Cream Jisoo gets like 2 sentences. Yeah. The best, I think, BLACKPINK songs do that well. It's like everybody gets like a nice part. Or they alternate the parts. Like, I believe like Jisoo and Rosé like swap like pre-chorus parts.
Yeah, which they do in most BLACKPINK songs.
Which I like when they do that because it gives everybody a chance to sing like a different style part usually.
Yeah. So everyone's not singing the same melody at every part of the song. Yeah,
it keeps it interesting. I think that's a benefit to having a 4-person group.
Yeah.
We're at our number ones. I probably read my list completely wrong, to be honest, because I have them ranked, and then I also have the track order. So I think I might have been reading the track order numbers instead.
Yeah, you
have I been doing this right?
Totally messed it up.
No, I did it right, because Pretty Savage is my least. All right, let's get on to the number one.
Number one.
My number one is Bet You Wanna.
Okay, my number one is You Never Know.
I can't believe that.
As far as like the new songs on the album, it's like, I feel like this song is like the only one that has any sort of like feeling to it at all. Like
it's the only ballad. It's the only thing close to a ballad on the record.
And it's like, even the BLACKPINK songs that aren't ballads, I feel like there's a lot of like feeling to it, if that makes sense. Like previously.
Emotion?
Yeah, emotion. But this album, I feel like there's not a lot of emotion. It's kind of just like straight pop vibes.
They're clearly going for a lot of radio play with this.
Yes. Do you want to talk kind of our overall thoughts on the album?
Yeah. Well, I'll just say about Bet You Wanna because it's my number one. It's my favorite song on the album. Like I said before, I think How You Like That would have been a real number one if it wasn't a song that we already heard. But Bet You Wanna has such great catchy melodies from the opening with Rosé to the pre-choruses, and then it's got that bouncy bass line. Something about the song also really reminds me of like Beyonce songs. I think a lot of this album is influenced by Beyonce, and I think it has a lot of potential to be the next single. What do you think? Oh, that's a big poster.
I think Bet You Wanna is going to be a single at some point, and it's going to be on the radio, and it's going to do really, really well, especially with the Cardi B feature.
The first thing you hear is Cardi B.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Wow. Made me sign.
Who did we drop?
Oh no. Don't let it be Rosé.
It was Rosé.
No.
It was Rosé. Overall thoughts on the album.
They're trying to get out to a broader American fan base.
It's like it's for international play.
Yeah.
100%.
Which is the reason you would re-release a song like How You Like That.
Yeah. I don't think it's like a good thing or a bad thing to to be doing that. It's just, I think a lot of the songs compared to like older BLACKPINK songs are not necessarily like for me. If I heard these songs, they wouldn't like grab me like older
Many
BLACKPINK
of these songs do not live up to the original like suite of BLACKPINK songs.
Yeah, exactly. Just the fact that they have super distinct like American pop influences is part of that. For me personally, like obviously I like pop music. I listen to a lot of different pop music,
for sure,
and I always have. But I think like if you're gonna make pop music and like release an album and like hype it up and everything, like there has to be something like you look at Billie Eilish, like something
new and interesting,
like something transformative about it, like something different.
I think when Ariana Grande started putting those records out, the one with 7 Rings and then Sweetener, there was something just different about that whole vibe that made it like cool. And I think what this album is doing a lot of is emulating a lot of those cool things, which I still think are cool, but it's not doing much for like, whatever, innovating sound or making something new. It's fine. Yeah. They need to break into a bigger audience. I'm sure that's their main goal.
That's the goal of the album. Is to break into a bigger audience.
Once they do that, I mean, it's only 8 songs. It's an album, but it's only 8 songs, which is short anyway.
Yeah, and that's like another thing is I miss, like, I feel like 10 years ago, it's like a 10-song album, you'd be like, damn, man, this is short. Yeah. And now it's like 7, 8 songs albums are pretty like normal.
It's another thing about the order and the flow of this as an album, which I don't even know if people pay attention to that anymore because people are just going to stream it. But the endings are all like pretty abrupt.
Just song, you blink
even like over. Lovesick Girls, which is like a great song, it just automatically, or it just like out of nowhere goes into that Jenny like final line.
Even like the song I like the most, You Never Know, like it just
that's the last
it builds
song on the
up
album,
to this crazy thing and then just ends instantly.
Right. That's the ballad. You're gonna end on the ballad. I don't know. I think that's weird.
Yeah, I just think that they kind of went away from like what made a good BLACKPINK song. I think they made all the BLACKPINK songs in the past, there's like a formula to it, but not in the way that they all sound the same. In a way that like there was like an idea that like, okay, we're gonna have like these big choruses and like the songs are like they're like larger than life kind of songs. Yeah. And this kind of like straight away from that to go just more straight up like we're gonna release a pop album.
Totally.
as I listen to it more and more, I'll like the songs more and more, obviously.
Mhm.
And they'll end up fitting in somewhere in there where
Sure.
like I'm not gonna be like, oh, this whole album is my least favorite Blackpink. Like,
Yeah,
you know
no.
what I mean?
And we're a little not spoiled, but like being used to just getting singles. I mean,
Yeah.
I got to listen to all the songs basically all at once,
Mhm.
but I was viewing them as singles,
Yeah.
not as one body of work.
Mhm.
So when you do that, it's a lot kind of easier to consume them as single pieces. And with these, they still have to live their own lives. I'm sure once we get either like dance practice or performance videos, once they get
Yeah.
actual music videos
Yeah.
or live performances, then they will have their own, like they'll have
Yeah.
more associated with them for us to like love and latch on to.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that.
I hope the people who watch this will vote on whose list is more correct.
And I hope we'll get an actual list of yours that's actually in order and not just
Listen,
random
wait,
songs.
let me run through the list one more time. My actual definitive list from least liked to like the most is Pretty Savage, Love to Hate Me. 6 is Never. Why do I have that list as Never? Oh, You Never Know. Ice Cream, Crazy Over You, Love Sick Girls, How You Like That, Bet You Wanna.
Okay.
Run through yours one more time from the
All right,
bottom up.
mine from the bottom up is Crazy Over You, Love to Hate Me, Ice Cream, Bet You Wanna, Pretty Savage, How You Like That, Love Sick Girls, and then You Never Know.
Yeah, you're a crazy person.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the Netflix documentary. I'm excited to look more closely at the picture of Rose. Oh, in our wallets. And you
Yeah,
have a
sure,
little
like,
flip book in
oh.
your wallet. Thank you all so much for watching. Let us know your thoughts on the album. Let Joe know that he's crazy for his ranking, and let me know that I have the correct ranking. That would be great.
Yeah.
That's going to be it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We've got more content planned coming real soon. And give it a like. Let us know what you think in a comment. Guess that's it. This has been Nick.
And Joe?
Have a good one. That's our new outro.